Chosen one. There comes a moment when the reflection in the mirror no longer matches the memory of who you used to be. Not because something is wrong, but because something has grown, shifted, awakened. And chosen one, that's what's happening to you now. You are no longer the same. The person who began this journey is not the one standing here now. There's a new fire in your eyes, a new current running through your thoughts. What used to break you no longer shakes you. What used to distract you now barely whispers. Your soul is undergoing divine renovation. Quiet, powerful, irreversible. Every twist in your story, every heartbreak, every lonely season, it all sculpted you for this very moment. You are changing not just emotionally or mentally, but spiritually. What once seemed random is now revealing its design. The pain wasn't wasted. The silence wasn't empty. The delay wasn't denial. It was preparation. That's why this message found you today. You needed confirmation that what you feel inside is real. You are shedding layers that no longer serve your purpose. You are stepping into a frequency where your voice echoes with power and your presence shifts atmospheres. You are changing, and it's beautiful. Watch this video until the end. And write your warmest wishes in the comments, and write Amen along with the number 99. Wishes are powerful. They awaken what's already forming around you. Your words call out to the universe, aligning time and spirit, sending ripples through the unseen. One declaration can bend reality in your favor, so declare with courage. Chosen one, this is your entry point. Like this video, subscribe if you're not already part of the channel, and prepare yourself. Here we go. This shift didn't happen overnight. It built slowly, through moments that felt unbearable. It shaped itself through conversations you couldn't unhear, through dreams that refused to die. You've been forged by divine intention. There was never a moment where you were truly alone, even when silence surrounded you. The world may not have seen the internal war, but God did. And now that victory is closer than ever, so is visibility. You're not becoming someone else. You're becoming who you truly are, unmasked, awakened, divine in motion. There's a sacred rebellion happening inside you. You're no longer agreeing with fear. You're no longer tolerating limitations. You're no longer dimming your light just to make others comfortable. That alone is evidence of transformation. The version of you who questioned every step is giving way to one who walks with quiet certainty. The part of you that once doubted the call is now rising with unstoppable conviction. You're not confused anymore. You're becoming clear. You're not broken anymore. You're becoming whole. This season is not about getting back what was lost. It's about receiving what couldn't reach you while you were still hiding. That's why doors are opening now. That's why new alignments are forming. You're not attracting what you want. You're attracting what you've become. The shift in your energy is no accident. The change in your atmosphere is not a coincidence. Something divine is unlocking in your life, and it's not because of what you've done. It's because of who you are. Chosen, set apart, marked for glory. The people around you may not understand it. Some may even resist it. But you were never meant to blend in. The light in you was never supposed to be dimmed for the sake of fitting into a room too small for your calling. You are outgrowing environments, outgrowing conversations, outgrowing cycles. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You've carried enough. You've compromised enough. Now it's time to expand. And expansion requires change. It requires letting go. It requires choosing you. There is power in becoming unrecognizable to your past. The you who tolerated disrespect? Gone. The you who hesitated to speak truth? Gone. The you who questioned their own worth? That chapter is closed. You're not who you were last year. You're not even who you were last week. You're changing, and the rate of change is supernatural. It's being accelerated by a force greater than time. This is not self-improvement. This is divine evolution. The situations that once triggered you now teach you. The voices that once confused you now fall silent. The patterns that once trapped you now unravel in your presence. That is the sign of someone chosen. Not just touched by heaven, but transformed by it. You've been rewired. Your nervous system is learning how to trust again. Your mind is no longer reacting to chaos, but responding with clarity. The emotional storms are clearing. The horizon is revealing something new. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But that's because you're stepping into unknown territory, uncharted by the old version of you. You're not following the path anymore. You're making it. That's what chosen ones do. They break ground. They carry weight. They go first. You weren't called to be average. You weren't made to settle. That's why the shift inside you feels so intense. It's not just for you. It's for everyone assigned to your voice, your energy, your breakthrough. The atmosphere knows you're changing. That's why things feel different. That's why certain friendships feel distant. That's why some doors are closing without explanation. God is moving, not against you, but for you. Every ending is an alignment. Every delay is a redirection. Every quiet moment is filled with divine strategy. You are not in limbo. You are in transition. And this transition is not small. It's the prelude to greatness. You can't fake this. You can't shrink this. You can't delay this. You've been activated. Heaven knows your name. The assignment on your life has been reissued. The code has been unlocked. You were always destined to rise. But now you're ready. Ready in spirit. Ready in posture. Ready in presence. The new you isn't something you found. It's something that found you. And now it's time to live from that truth without apology. Let your voice change. Let your walk change. Let your thinking change. There is no reward in pretending to be the old you just to make others comfortable. There is no peace in dimming your fire to keep the room warm for those unwilling to grow. You are not responsible for other people's comfort with your elevation. You are responsible for stewarding your light. You are responsible for honoring the call. You are responsible for walking boldly into the new. This isn't a reinvention. This is a resurrection. You didn't tweak a few things. You came back from things that should have taken you out. You rebuilt from ruins. You healed what you didn't talk about. You rose in silence. You grew in secret. And now it's time to live loud. Not for validation, but because your very existence is proof that transformation is possible. That's the power of a chosen one. You carry what others can't see and rise in places others can't go. You've changed, and you're still changing. And there's more, much more. This transformation is happening on levels too deep for the eye to capture. It's happening in the way you breathe through situations that once sent you spiraling. It's in the way you hold yourself in rooms that once made you shrink. There is a quiet boldness rising in you. Not loud, not forceful, but undeniable. It doesn't beg to be seen. It doesn't demand permission. It simply is. This is the kind of change that only God can bring about. Not surface level, not cosmetic, but soul level. A reconstruction from the inside out. And this change doesn't always look glamorous. Sometimes it looks like loneliness. Sometimes it looks like not being invited. Sometimes it feels like being misunderstood. But that's because the old version of you had connections based on who you used to be, not who you are becoming. So yes, things are shifting, but they are shifting to serve you, to match your new energy, to prepare the world for your arrival, not as the person they expected, but as the person you actually are. You're not interested in proving anymore. You're no longer in the room to be chosen. You're in the room because you've already been sent. There's a difference. One begs for validation, the other walks with knowing. And you, chosen one, you've stepped into that knowing. You've stopped chasing what doesn't recognize your value. You've stopped entertaining what drains your spirit. You've stopped explaining your growth to those who secretly resent it. That's not arrogance. That's evolution. You see the signs more clearly now. The same words hit differently. The same conversations no longer draw you in. What used to feel like home now feels too small. What used to make you doubt now makes you laugh. That's the beauty of becoming. It reveals what was always misaligned. And now, in this new dimension of yourself, you are being introduced to a higher language, a higher rhythm, a higher circle. And this circle is not based on similarity. It's based on divinity. You don't just attract better by pretending to be better. You attract better by becoming better. And you've been doing that work, silently, consistently, even when no one clapped. God saw it. God honored it. And now, the reward is not just what's coming, but who you are when it arrives. The money will be different, yes. The connections will be deeper. The lifestyle will be elevated. But most importantly, the you living in it will be stronger, softer, sharper, more aligned, more surrendered, more you. There was a time when you clung to things just because they were familiar. Now you let go with grace. There was a time when silence felt like punishment. Now it feels like power. You are no longer threatened by endings. You are no longer shaken by delay. You are anchored, rooted. Even when you don't have all the answers, your spirit is steady. Because you've been through enough to know that what leaves your life isn't rejection, it's redirection, it's protection, it's positioning. You're starting to feel the pull toward places you've never been, dreams you once buried, visions that now wake you up in the middle of the night. That's not coincidence. That's the future calling. That's destiny refusing to stay dormant. That's the divine blueprint unfolding in real time. And the version of you that used to ignore those nudges? They're gone. You've stopped negotiating with doubt. You've stopped debating your own worth. You've decided to believe, fully. And that decision alone changes everything. No more cycles, no more detours, no more going in circles with people who don't want to grow. This is the season of walking straight into what's yours. No delay, no confusion, no apology. You don't need a second opinion to move. You don't need a committee to approve your next step. God has already given the green light, and the you that exists now is not waiting for the stars to align. You are aligning the stars by your obedience. Even your presence is different. People feel it. Some are drawn to it. Others are repelled by it. That's because your energy is no longer digestible to every spirit. You're no longer easy to consume. You're sacred. And sacred things are not for everyone. The old you was accessible to people who only wanted fragments. The new you requires reverence, requires depth, requires intention. That's the change. That's the growth. That's the divine fingerprint on your becoming. You're no longer reacting. You're responding. You're no longer running. You're receiving. You're no longer striving. You're surrendering. These are the subtle but powerful signs that your inner world has shifted. The war within has quieted. The torment of overthinking has eased. And in its place is a stillness that speaks louder than words. A stillness that carries authority. A stillness that doesn't need to prove, only to be. God is preparing you for something massive, not just externally, but internally. You are being equipped with endurance, with discernment, with strategy. The change you're undergoing is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It's the upgrade before the overflow. It's the initiation before the inheritance. It's the refining before the revealing. And it's already begun. That's why old things are breaking off. That's why old systems are crumbling. That's why it feels unfamiliar, because you've never been here before. But this is your new normal. And in this space, things will come faster. Not because you're rushing, but because you're ready. Miracles don't delay when readiness arrives. Favor doesn't skip the prepared, and chosen ones don't miss what was always theirs. This version of you isn't chasing the promise, it's attracting it. Because everything you once begged for is now being magnetized to who you are becoming. Keep walking, keep rising. You're changing, and this change is the beginning of everything. You've crossed an invisible line, one that cannot be uncrossed. And though the world may not yet know what's happened inside you, the spiritual realm does. The vibration of your name has changed. Your frequency is no longer compatible with fear. You are vibrating in the language of purpose now. You've entered a zone where alignment replaces ambition, where peace replaces pressure, where grace replaces grind. This shift is not temporary, it's permanent. And the moment you stopped doubting it, the doors began to open. The signs are all around you. The whispers in your spirit are getting louder. The delays are making sense. The confusion is giving way to clarity. You're seeing patterns in things you once overlooked. You're catching cycles before they repeat. You're stepping back from things that once seduced your energy. That isn't coincidence. That's spiritual maturity. And it didn't come through comfort. It came through crushing. It came through fire. You were reshaped through pressure. And now you walk with power. There is a still strength that walks with the chosen. Not loud, not boastful, just undeniable. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need to argue. It doesn't need to be seen. It simply is. And chosen one, that's what you've stepped into. You don't need to fight for a seat at any table. You are the table. You are the shift. You are the voice. You are the presence that changes rooms. And it's not pride. It's truth. The difference is, you no longer apologize for it. Your posture has changed. Not because of what happened around you, but because of what awakened within you. You realize the world doesn't define you. Circumstances don't determine you. Delay doesn't destroy you. You finally saw yourself the way God saw you all along. And once you saw it, you couldn't unsee it. That's when the real change began. That's when the veil lifted. That's when the masks fell away. And underneath all that hiding, all that surviving, all that fear, you discovered something holy, something powerful, something true. This season of your life will not be defined by noise, but by knowing. You don't need to announce your transformation. You just need to embody it. The right people will feel it. The right opportunities will find it. The right doors will respond to it. This is the season of silent proof. Let your life speak. Let your decisions echo. Let your energy confirm what words never could. You're not talking about change anymore. You are change. And yes, there are still moments when you feel the weight of what's ahead. There are still hours where the unknown feels overwhelming. But now, those moments no longer paralyze you. They no longer convince you to quit. Because something deeper has rooted in you. A trust not in outcomes, but in the one guiding the process. That's the secret power of the chosen ones. They don't depend on the plan. They walk with the planner. And with that trust comes movement. Even without all the answers, you move. Even without perfect timing, you obey. Even without full understanding, you step forward. That's why you're accelerating. That's why you're being noticed. That's why things are unlocking for you that others waited years for. Because your yes carries authority. Your movement carries momentum. Your surrender carries supernatural weight. The most powerful shifts often begin in silence. They don't start with applause. They don't start with a crowd. They begin with a choice. A quiet decision to stop being who the world expected and to start becoming who you were always designed to be. That decision changed your chemistry. It changed your language. It changed your atmosphere. And now, it's changing your reality. Things are aligning not because you forced them, but because you matched them. When you change, your surroundings must respond. People either grow with you or grow distant from you. Opportunities either align or disappear. Doors either open or shut completely. And while that can feel like loss, it's really refinement. The fire wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to purify you, to burn off what was never meant to follow you into the next season. And now, lighter, freer, clearer, you're able to move faster. There are things being prepared for you now that require the new you to walk into them. The old you wouldn't have recognized the opportunity. The old you would have self-sabotaged the blessing. The old you would have mistaken the divine for the familiar and walked away. But not this time. You're aware now. You're awake now. You're in tune with the divine blueprint. And you won't miss what's meant for you. Not this time. Your circle may be smaller, but your spirit is louder. Your calendar may be quieter, but your purpose is clearer. You don't crave distractions anymore. You crave destiny. You don't seek escape. You seek expansion. You don't chase attention. You embody presence. And that's how you know you've changed. It's not about what you say. It's about what no longer says anything to you. The noise doesn't reach you the same. You've tuned into something higher. And in that higher frequency, everything operates differently. Time bends. Resources appear. People show up who speak your language. Paths open that once seemed locked. And it's not magic. It's alignment. You've aligned with truth, with power, with purpose. And now the universe is responding accordingly. Heaven is taking notes. Earth is adjusting. Creation is shifting to match the new you. Because when a chosen one changes, everything around them must adapt or fall away. This is your evidence, not in what's happening to you, but in who you are becoming. You've become harder to distract, harder to manipulate, harder to stop. Because the fire within you isn't fueled by ego, it's fueled by divine assignment. And assignment makes you resilient. It makes you unshakable. It makes you rise even when you're tired, speak even when you're trembling, and move even when the ground beneath you hasn't caught up yet. You don't need to know the whole path. You just need to keep walking. Because every step is sacred now. Every breath is intentional. Every day is a confirmation that you are no longer who you were. And though the change may not be visible to everyone around you, it's undeniable to heaven. God sees it. God shaped it. God's hand is on it. You are no longer the same. And this change, this holy, irreversible, beautiful change, is just beginning. You may not remember the exact moment it all shifted. It wasn't one conversation, one day, one situation. It was layered, subtle, sacred. The change crept in quietly at first, an urge to move differently, to think deeper, to feel more deliberately. You started sensing that the life you were living didn't match the fire burning inside you. You couldn't explain it, but you could feel it. Something in you refused to settle. Something in you wouldn't stay silent. That something wasn't rebellion. It was recognition. Your soul had caught a glimpse of its next dimension, and it couldn't unsee it. This kind of change doesn't happen when you're comfortable. It happens when the weight of staying the same becomes heavier than the fear of becoming new. When the cost of pretending finally exceeds the cost of becoming. That's when the shedding begins. You shed expectations. You shed attachments. You shed illusions. And as you released what wasn't truly yours, what was yours began to emerge. Unpolished at first. Unfamiliar. But undeniably you. You didn't find yourself. You remembered yourself. Buried beneath roles, responsibilities, routines. You uncovered the one God originally designed. Not the one shaped by trauma. Not the one molded by fear. Not the one built on survival. But the original design. Holy, whole, powerful. That's who's rising now. That's who's claiming space. That's who's walking forward with authority. And no matter who doesn't understand it, you can't turn it off. The frequency has changed, and what no longer matches it must fall away. This is why your spirit is uncomfortable in places it used to tolerate. Why your energy feels stretched around people who haven't grown. Why your body physically reacts when you try to dim your light. You can't fake it anymore. You can't squeeze into boxes you've outgrown. You can't entertain conversations that drain your essence. The cost is too high. Your soul is too aware. Your assignment too clear. You've been recalibrated, and there's no going back. The change doesn't mean perfection. It means presence. You're more present with your emotions, more honest with your patterns, more aware of your triggers. The new you doesn't avoid the wound. It heals it. Doesn't numb the pain. It transforms it. Doesn't blame the world. It reclaims the power. That's why this change is so powerful. Because it's not cosmetic. It's cellular. It's spiritual. It's encoded into your DNA now. You're not even speaking the same language anymore. The vocabulary of your past no longer serves your present. You don't speak from scarcity. You speak from overflow. You don't ask for permission. You move with knowing. You don't seek attention. You radiate presence. And the people who are meant for you, they feel it. They recognize it. They rise to meet it. Because the energy you now carry is magnetic to truth. There is something